I've gone in print and said that Ian Cordner was the best amateur player I ever saw.
He was recognised as a leader. He was recognised for his fantastic footballing skills, and he also was a player who could lift teams with his individual efforts.
Centre half forward, just strong mark, strong kick, tough in the clinches. Very rarely got beaten by an opponent, if at all, really. To me, he was the consummate footballer of his time back in the 80s when I umpired.
Ian again was one of those really skillful player, probably centre half forward. Just a great mark, great competitor. Again, I think he played with, there's so many Cordners around. I remember getting confused at the time whether he played with OMs or whether he played with blacks.
An outstanding player. I saw him play at amateur level. He was probably one of the more talented players playing amateur football.
He certainly represented himself on the field as all the Cordners did, indeed. Perhaps not quite as aggressively as some of those boys.
He was always a good Vic player, and again played a bit later than me. Played in quite a few carnivals. I think he had a gap in the middle. I don't know whether, like all uni students, he went wandering for a couple of years or not. I'm not sure.
I do, although I did get concussed in the first game I played in against WA at the start of the carnival. But Ian was a highly regarded player, not only by his teammates but by opposition alike in the competition in those days.
Cords was, I suppose it depends how I think about footballers, but Cords was enormously talented. He was just an inspiration by his own performances on the field, but if anything he lacked, I suppose, was a certain toughness that some of us like to admire in football. That Cords didn't have a bad bone in his body.
One out here where he dominated the game at centre half forward against South Australia, and he was a strong, leading, going back, very smart. I just think he was way ahead of his time.
Terrific experience and very close-knit group. We were successful in that carnival, and I don't think Ian had or would have an enemy in the world, no matter how competitive his spirit was. He was always so well regarded.
And he did that when he played for the Big V. Strong, quick, strong mark, the consummate footballer in my time.
I'd say very skillful, courageous, always went for the ball, put his head down, and just a great team guy.
Just a great, fantastic amateur player.
A Big V champion in 2008, in 2013, Ian Cordner becomes a Big V legend.